everybody, with diabetes and heart disease affecting millions of Americans, watching how much sugar we take in daily and weekly is obviously so important, right? So Samantha Cassetty, she's a registered dietitian, author of Sugar Shock. She's here with ways to cut sugar intake, make some of our everyday food choices healthier. So good morning to you. How you doing?
Hi, good morning. I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Obviously, added sugar tastes so good, but it's so bad for us. So what key words on labels, when you're looking at that label and you're trying to see, okay, let me see here, what is the indicator of added sugar?
Well, so sugar has about 50 names on a food label, but the good news is that the recent update to the food label actually has an added sugar line so that you can really tell what sugar is added and what sugar is in the product naturally. So for example, if you had a yogurt and it said 14 grams of sugar and 12 grams of added sugar, you would know that 2 came naturally and 12 were added.
Ah, okay. So when I was looking at like the mango slices and it said it has natural sugar, but it's the added one that's the real problem.
It's the added one. So for the purposes of limiting our sugar intake and improving our overall health, we're not really worried about those natural sugars from fruit.
Understood. By the way, great choice of song here, Sugar from Maroon 5. So we have a few items, and you're going to tell us about the sugar content and what a healthier choice would be. So let's start with a good old-fashioned chocolate bar, candy bar.
Let's do it. Okay, so a chocolate bar has 6.5 teaspoons of added sugar. You can see what that looks like here. And people think of this as like something that's going to give them an energy jolt or that sugar high. But in studies, people who are eating sugary foods actually say they're more sluggish, they're less attentive. So a better form of energy is going to be something like these stuffed dates. And they have just some crunchy peanut butter in them and some chocolate chips. This is going to slash your added sugars to about 1 gram, which is about 1/4 teaspoon, and give you steady energy, chewy, crunchy, creamy, chocolatey, all the things, but not the sugar.
And dates keep you regular. You get it all here. Next, let's talk yogurt. So I just finished my yogurt, and tell me where I went wrong with it, okay? Because I cannot eat a yogurt that doesn't have some kind of flavor to it.
And I totally get that. But you see here that, you know, something with a sidecar with these desserty toppings.
Oh, the flips.
Even the, in the sidecar, the yogurt is flavored, and then even the nuts are sweetened here. So you see this has 3.5 teaspoons of added sugar. So what I've done here is I've just used a teaspoon of maple syrup. So you're still cutting 2.5 teaspoons. You can still have something sweet, but you're still slashing the added sugars. And then, you know, I have a similar topping here. You can throw in some vanilla extract. So you're going to get like the same flavor profile, but you're going to really cut the added sugars.
Okay, I like the sound of that. So soda. I gave up soda a long time ago. How much sugar are we talking here? Some of the sodas now are like sugar-free though.
Well, of course you can get those diet sodas, but you know, a regular soda, I don't know if you can see this, but this is 18 teaspoons of added sugar.
Goodness.
That is 3 days worth. So that is, I'm glad you cut back. It's really the first place I recommend most people cut back. It is the leading source of sugar in our diet. And so here I just have some sparkling water, a splash of 100% orange juice. So you get the bubbles, you get that sweetness, but you are slashing 3 days of added sugar.
Ah, that's really good. I do love club soda. Okay, let's talk frosted cereal. Kids love it. I'm a big kid. I love it. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, so this again is another sneaky source of added sugar. This has 3.5 teaspoons, and I totally get it. Cereal is a favorite. It is the easiest breakfast. I'm a mom. I totally get it. But you can slash your added sugars in half just by mixing your sugary cereal with an unsweetened cereal. So you've already cut the sugar in half.
So you're saying take the Fruity Pebbles. So take like a Fruity Pebbles or a Lucky Charms and mix it with something that has no sugar, so you're still getting a little bit of best of both worlds, and the kids will still eat it. Trickery.
Exactly.
I like this trickery.
Exactly.
Very nice. And granola bars, they sound healthy. I love a granola bar, but you say this is not a good idea.
No, you can shop for better ones. So, like when you have something that's just coated in chocolate,
Like this?
that is a sign of too much sugar. So that has 3 teaspoons. When you can really get your granola bars under 2 teaspoons of added sugar, 7 grams, which is what you'll see on the food label, is what I recommend keeping under. Obviously, the lower the better. You want to look for whole food ingredients in your granola bar to make sure it's healthy. So here, this one has no added sugar, so you're cutting 3.5 teaspoons. And so it's going to be a better, more sustainable energy so that you can, focus on whatever you need to focus on.
I made my own one time, and they actually came out pretty darn good.
Yeah, see, you could do that too.
So let's bring in OG right now, because I don't know if you know this, Samantha, but OG is actually doing a challenge this week where she can have no sugar, added sugars whatsoever. So OG, how you doing?
I'm good, because I usually don't have added sugars like that. My biggest issue is that they said I can't have bananas. Hi, Samantha. How are you?
Hi. Good. How are you?
I'm fine. You're going to be so proud of me because I use date sugar, I use coconut sugar, I use agave syrup. I don't take any processed sugars and stuff. No soda for me.
So that was my question, actually. Thank you for bringing it up, OG. For Samantha, can you use like a coconut sugar, right? Because or a monk fruit sweetener?
Okay, so these are 2 different types of sweeteners you're talking about. Monk fruit sweetener does not contain any actual sweetener. It's a sugar substitute, and it's sort of a naturally derived one. Whereas coconut sugar, agave, all those other things, while they are less refined, your body is still processing all of those types of sweeteners as added sugar. So I hate to be a buzzkill this morning, but even with those sweeteners, with maple syrup, with honey, we still have to stick to the recommended limits, which are 6 teaspoons a day for women and kids, 9 teaspoons a day for men. And
you got that, OG?
Like I said,
well, I stick to the limit, Dan. I stick to the serving, Samantha. I promise. I do.
And so you can have those types of sweeteners. Like I did, I put the maple syrup in the yogurt. You can have some sweetness. You just, don't want to overdo it.
Right.
What about fruit? Why can't I have banana on my Victoria's Secret challenge, but I can have blueberries? I'm mad about that.
I might question Victoria's Secret about that.
No, it's not
as a registered dietitian, I would tell you, you can have fruit. Most Americans aren't eating the amount of fruit that we should be eating. 2 servings a day is a pretty good number to aim for. And to me, it does not matter if that is a banana, an apple, a mango, grape. All the fruits have certain superpowers. Banana gives you a lot of potassium. So I say go for it.
That's right.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Samantha.
OG, good information, great conversation here. Eat your fruits and veggies, everybody. That's the takeaway. And Samantha, thank you so much.
That is. Thanks for having me.